So most people think creation is about producing something new. A video, a post, business, a brand. But creation is not production. Creation is a cosmic act. It's becoming a bridge between worlds, between essence and expression, between soul and society. To create is to embody the God spark within us, the genius. And it's not just what we make, it's what we awaken in ourselves and others. The new creator archetype isn't a content machine, and it isn't a personal brand. It's a wizard, a magician. A mage doesn't just share information, they shift energy. Their work is alchemy. Every podcast, every post, every conversation becomes a vessel for change. Psychologically, spiritually, financially. That's what the new paradigm is about. Not adding more noise, but changing the music of the collective. And every act of creation mirrors the sacred dance between two archetypal forces, the feminine and the masculine. The feminine, the one who gives life and form, who nurtures and gestates, who knows when to wait. She is the soil, the womb, the matter, and what matters. The masculine, the light, the spark, the idea, and the seed. He gives direction, pattern, order, and movement, the architecture of manifestation. And when these two come together, when consciousness fertilizes matter, every time something completely unique is born. And this is not just symbolic what I'm talking about. It's what happens inside of us. Every time we create, we become both the mother who gives birth and the father who dreams. To be a creator is to hold both in balance and dynamism, to wait and to act, to listen and to lead, to be receptive but not passive, active but not forceful. This inner marriage, this alchemical union, is where the divine art of creation begins. So how do we express this in our work? In our art, our content, our offerings? I have this image of an energetic tree or an octopus, and at the center there is your essence, your soul's signature, the innermost values that you want to bring into the world. Beauty, truth, and love, but in your particular angle and touch. And from that center, extend these big branches or tentacles, your creative channels. So maybe for you, it's a podcast, a YouTube channel, a book, a newsletter, or a business, a product or a service. But then from those big channels, smaller channels form, smaller branches, or in the case of this energetic octopus, its tentacles have smaller tentacles flowing out of the big ones. And in terms of content, it's shorts, TikToks, threads, Instagram carousels, or even just regular conversations and opinions that you express, images, feelings, and words that you send out to the world. So each branch reaches out to touch the world. But often new people first are touched by the smaller branches, the smaller tentacles or channels. They get a vibe, a taste, or an idea of you. And if that has an effect on them, they will look for more. Usually more smaller signals before committing to longer format. But the main idea here is that the energy flows from the center and ideally attracts people back into your center. The love, the beauty, and the truth in there. So your short posts aren't separate from your philosophy. They're fragments of your essence, refracted and captured into many forms and canvases. Pieces of actual matter and material if you're a craftsman, or words or songs, music, designs or videos, otherwise. And that's how I see this. Now the question is, how well are these channels working. They could be flowing only one way, they could be blocked or cut or tied, and this is why we either don't create or don't express at all, or do it inauthentically. That's where we get fakeness, fear or anxiety or depression. My teacher used to always say that depression is the lack of expression or anxiety is the lack of action. But I'm not going to go there today. And this is the new paradigm of content. Not quantity, not even consistency for its own sake, but coherence. Every piece, every story, every sentence should hum with the same frequency as your soul. Your long-form creations, the podcasts, essays, workshops, these are your cauldron of depth, where the ideas cook, blend, and distill. And your short-form content, the posts, reels, and carousels, are spells of resonance. They spark recognition in others. They awaken memory. They whisper that there's something deeper here. All your creations form a living ecology. Not a marketing funnel, but a magnetic field, drawing people step by step from curiosity to remembrance. When your content is aligned with your essence, it becomes more than media or marketing. It becomes magic and alchemy. Every word, every image, every offering carries potential for transformation. When you speak from real presence, you transmit coherence. And coherence transforms. That's what real influence is. Not persuasion, not manipulation, but resonance. You shift people not through argument or fact, but through frequency. You remind them of their own soul and essence. And every expression is a way to touch someone's heart. And not only that, through impacting that person positively, you are also having an effect through them on all the people they meet and touch through their actions and work. To me, knowledge is a tool, a kind of sacred technology. It's not something we own, it's something we wield and use and test against the world for change and effect in our own lives and the lives of others. Whether it's a psychological framework, a meditation practice, or a business strategy, all are tools for coherence and impact. Even spirituality and religion, they're technologies of consciousness designed to help us understand ourselves, to cultivate empathy, to create meaning individually or collectively. And this is the real task of the creator, to build tools of transformation, to translate love into form, to make wisdom reachable and applicable. So to be a creator is to be both a mother and a father to your vision, to hold it with faith and patience, and to act with courage, to trust the impulse when it arises. And when we do this, we ourselves become the continuation of the divine work. We become co-creators of the world that is still being born. So I'll leave you with this question. What is the essence that you are bringing into this world? And what forms does it want to take? So go create spells of beauty, truth, and love with your signature and leave a mark on the world that even you yourself cannot yet imagine.